So Haesun, you ran a session yesterday, and what was the main intention? Why did you bring it along?
Well, main intention is so that I actually can say I'm going to a conference because I'm presenting. So other than that.
Okay, so it's a tax break.
Yeah. So there you go. The title was, I really was thinking about it because the theme of the conference is in good company.
Yeah.
And then I thought that's an interesting idea. But then this word of accompanying is familiar to me as a musician.
Okay.
So then I thought, how do we accompany? And then this is a term that we use in more systemic way of working. And how do we accompany somebody? Mm-hmm. So then I thought, I'm going to call it making every key the right key. So it was about how do we accompany our clients and making their answer. It's often we pressure our clients to give us the right answer. So a lot of clients say, did I answer your question? And then I'm thinking, it's not the client's job to give us the right answer, but it's our job to make every client's answer right. So it was about that.
Make every question right. Wow. Yeah.
Every answer
Every
right.
answer right.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So that was, you kind of, I didn't attend
That was my intention.
I didn't attend your workshop because as usual they put us in, in opposition to each other.
I know.
But I just love the way you took a good company and turned it into a good accompanist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that was lovely. So what was memorable, surprising? What was a moment in that workshop where you thought,
Oh, there are a few moments that, because I didn't really plan it. I did have some script prompts and asking, what would you do? What would you do? And one of the exercises that I didn't plan beforehand, but I did, was asking people to have a group of 4 people, and then their job is to decide who will be the client, and it was chosen by whoever looks the wisest. Mm-hmm. And then everybody voted, and they had a client. and then they take. I mean, it's a very random thing that people do.
Whoever looks the wisest.
I know.
must use that.
Yeah, right. And then person on the left became the experts in some of the interventions. And I think in solution-focused way of working, a lot of times we focus on questioning. Mm-hmm. And so person on the right was the question expert. So you need to question. And the person on the left was a statement expert. And this is informed by microanalysis. So tools of how we make meaning together is, and we only overuse questioning as a technique. But when we study conversations, we also use actually far more things than just questioning. Example is making statements. Mm-hmm. So then it was really fun to watch them doing statement person is doing something and questioning person doing something, and then they are working together to work with a client.
And what would the person making a statement say typically?
So let's say it comes to, let's say the client starts to talk about something, and then as you listen, their task was make a statement first before you ask a question. So the statement person will actually listen to what the client says and then make a statement about what they heard. But then they have a choice of, of the quadrant work that I do.
Yeah.
You make a statement around, you make a choice about which quadrant you're responding to.
Yeah.
And often in solution focus, we have this weird idea that, we don't go to the problem. Mm-hmm. And I think that creates a lot of struggles in working together.
Yeah.
Because then now we put the pressure on the client to having to repeat themselves because we didn't hear them. So often when I study Insu's tapes and Steve's tapes, they make statements about the client's troubled past and dreaded future a lot.
Okay.
Especially when the client introduces, they don't usually miss it. They usually acknowledge it. So statement is for acknowledging function. Mm-hmm. And then they follow up with a question to explore something else. Okay. Usually that movement upwards, which is resource activating. And so I wanted to try that idea. It's an observation that I've made in research, and I wanted to see how people might get it and do it and play with it. And I think that worked pretty well, actually. Yeah, I was really encouraged to see people play with it.
Yeah. So, what difference do you think it will make to SF practitioners?
I think a lot of us are already doing it. We naturally make statements, but we are a little bit more intentional about questioning or what kind of questions than intentional statements. Because making statements actually also, or in microanalysis we call it formulations, and that in itself is an intervention. And especially when you watch seasoned practitioners do their work, there's so many more statements than questioning that they do. So I want to encourage people to be better at the basics of how do we connect or calibrate with our client instead of shooting question after question. How do we calibrate? By letting them know, I gotcha, I heard ya. And without having that calibration, it's hard to build on it, because if bricks are loose, if they're not glued, then it's hard to build on it. And then putting the glue, it's kind of like that calibration that happens. Just like you're nodding right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Since I've done the solution focus, I find I nod a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a natural thing to do, isn't it? So, what else would you like to add at the end of the video, as it were? What would you add?
I absolutely love this conference, and especially when I think this idea of Alex talking about every note is the right note. Annie talking about the weaving, and hope and fear. We don't even have to weave them. They're already woven. And then we don't want to ignore it, but really notice it. And as Alex is saying, use everything. So I think that idea of using everything, and yesterday when I talked about making every key the right key, is in the context of music. But you can also think of key, that expression that Steve used is that it's not like we have separate keys for different logs. We have a master key. And that idea is not that we hold that expertise, but then by taking on this posture of how do I make whatever you just said the right answer or the useful answer. I think that's our job.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think that's what I really enjoyed. And I ended the session by telling a story about how every morning as a child, I will tell my mom the dream, Mom, I dreamt about this. Mom, I dreamt about this. And then her response was, doesn't matter what kind of dreams that I had. She had the same response. And you know what she said?
No, I don't know.
That is a lovely dream. You know why? And that was her response. And she will always tell me a reason why that's a good dream.
Oh, well, I think that's a lovely way to end. And thank you. I feel like I've had a tutorial, a personal tutorial with Haesun Moon. So thank you very much.
That was fun.